Today we're going to be learning about dot plots, histograms, and measures of central tendency. Our objective is we will be able to construct a histogram or a dot plot given a data set or a frequency table, and we will be able to calculate the measures of central tendency for a given data set. So a dot plot, data values are placed along the x-axis. Frequency will go along the y-axis. And each dot represents one value in the data set. Frequency is how often something occurs. A frequency table is a table recording the frequency of a value or interval. So, below is the data for an exit ticket in Miss Pop's daily FADA class. Create a frequency table for each. So I'm going to mark where each of these fall into. So a 2, a 1, 0.5, a 3, a 1.5, a 2.5, a 1.5, a 0, a 1.5, a 2, a 1, a 0, a 2, 2.5, 2 3s, and a 1. So I had 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 2, and 3. So along the bottom, I'm going to put 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. Since I had 2 people that got zeros, I'll put 2 dots above 0. Since 1 person got a 0.5, I'll put 1 dot. 3 people got 1, so it gets 3 dots. And we try to keep the dots lined up going horizontally. 1.5 also gets 3 dots. 2 gets 3 dots. 2.5 gets 2 dots. And 3 gets 3 dots. So that's a dot plot. A histogram is a statistical graph used to show frequency, the data values are on the horizontal axis. The frequency is on the vertical axis. A rectangle is used to represent the frequency, and all the rectangles must be touching. So the frequency table below shows the number of siblings of students in my geometry classes. So we're going to put the number of siblings across the bottom. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the highest amount of siblings I have is 5, so I'm going to label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the side. So since one person has 0, our 0 rectangle will be 1 high. The line will come down about halfway between 0 and 1. 5 people had 1 sibling. So this rectangle will go all the way up to 5, over, and then come down about halfway between where we wrote 1 and 2. 3 people had 2 siblings. 1, 2, 3. No one had 3 siblings, so that'll stay blank in the middle. 2 people had 4 siblings. 3 people had 5 siblings. 1 person had 6, and 1 person had 7. So those should be the same height. So that's what a histogram looks like. Now sometimes we have a bunch of data and there aren't a lot of repeated numbers in here. So to make our histogram easier, we're going to group them by interval. So 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, and 80 to 89. So I'm going to count up all of these. So 68 goes here, 72 goes here, 58, 73, 79, 71, 75, 66, 45, 63, 66, 65, 77, 58, 69, 63, 52, 87, 70, 59, 89, 52, 75, 76, 66, 61. So I have 1, 5, 8, oh nope, that's 9, 9, 9, and 2. So I'm going to put my intervals on the bottom. I think I'm writing too big. And then I'm going to label up to 9 on the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll go 1 high for 40 to 49, 5 up, up to 9 for the next two, and then 2 for the last one. So there's a histogram for their grades. So I can easily see visually that most people are getting between 60 and 79, but it does get lower as we go down to 40s and then much lower when we go to the 80s. And our last section of today's notes, measures of central tendency. Mean is the same thing as average. We add all the numbers together and then divide by the total number, so how many there were. Median, write all the numbers in order. Doesn't matter if you start with the lowest or start with the highest, as long as they're all in order, and find the middle. Mode is whichever is there most often. A note here would be that there can be more than one. Mid-range is your min plus your max, and then divide it by 2. So we're going to find all 4 measures of central tendency for our data about the grades. Now, it could be kind of a pain in the butt to add them all up and divide, or to write them all out in order. And the nice thing is the calculator will do this for us. So we're going to go to Stat and Edit, which we've done before, and you're going to put all your numbers in L1. I've already put all the data in there. So Stat, choose one for Edit, and then we're going to do Stat, go over to Calc, and we're going to choose number 1 that says 1 bar. So Stat, Calc, and number 1 for 1 var stats. Enter, 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 enter. And I got this big long list of numbers. The first thing in there, the X with the line over it, let me do this. The X with the line over it is your mean. So our mean here is 67.5. Oh, that won't help me. If I scroll down on here, MED, that's my median. My median is 67. Mode, we can't do on the calculator. We're going to have to do that ourselves. Mid-range is the min, which is 45, and the max, which was 89, divided by 2. So that gives us 67 also. To find the mode, I'm going to go back to the list of data, and I'm going to see which of these numbers happens the most often. And I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 66, so that means our mode is 66. If there was another number that was there 3 times, then we would list both of them. That's all for today. I'll see you in class.